Hello. How are you guys? I hope you are doing well. Oh my god, this table is like so shaky. I'm so sorry. But I hope you are doing well. So today I'm going to be doing the weekly readings for all the 12 signs for the week of June 17th. I decided to do the videos just to kind of try them out to see if I like them. And I was also very much inspired by my best friend, Gabby, or Guy-elect on Twitter. She really just inspired me and kind of motivated me even more to do these readings on video because I've kind of been hesitant, but honestly, if I want to be real with you guys, typing all of my weekly readings out is honestly kind of exhausting, especially for 12 signs. So I just wanted to try out the videos to see if I would like them, and if not, we'll just go back to typing everything out. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy, guys. So today I'm just going to be going in order. Of course, next week, if I continue to do these, we'll be going out of order so that Pisces doesn't feel neglected all the time. But yeah, so today I'm going to be using my Spellcaster's Tarot, and then I might pull some Oracle cards, but we'll see. Okay? Alright. So, oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. That was way too early. Okay. So, what is in store? What is in store for Aries the week of June 17th? What should they be expecting the week of June 17th? Also, this is going to apply for your sun, moon, and rising. You can check your tropical, sidereal, and I also even suggest checking your progress chart. You can do that by going onto astro.com and putting in all your birth data and everything like that. So, yeah. What's in store for Aries? Okay. Alright, we got a winner! Oh, I got two cards. Oh shit, okay. Ooh, okay, we have the Emperor and we have the Seven of Swords. Actually, let me do it this way. The Emperor and the Seven of Swords. So we have your energy, Aries, with the Emperor. Okay, so immediately I feel as though you're walking away from some sort of situation. It kind of feels like you're walking into an unfamiliar situation. Because if you look at the Seven of Swords, you know, you see this man, you know, walking away from safety, walking away from his pack, right? From the wolf, which is kind of what I would view as the animal that was like protecting him essentially. Like his not his guide, but his companion, so to speak, right? So I feel like some of you could be, I honestly feel like some of you are kind of, you might end up walking away from a situation. So the way that I kind of envision it is like, this is kind of unplanned, or it was either unplanned or you've been planning on it for a long time, but you never really said anything. You were kind of pretending that everything was okay and that everything was good, and you weren't really being completely honest about your intentions or about your feelings, and then you kind of kept them to yourself, right? And so I feel the way that I kind of envisioned this is someone literally setting an alarm, you know, let's say at 3, 4 in the morning, and their spouse is right next to them, and they have to be very, very quiet, and they're packing all of their stuff, and they're leaving in the middle of the night. And that's the way that I kind of imagine you, is that you're leaving in the middle of the night, not giving your partner any sort of explanation, not giving whoever this is, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but I see you kind of leaving without giving any sort of explanation as a way to avoid conflict. With this Five of Wands reverse, and then the Hermit, isolation, introspection, reflection, and I feel that for some of you, you could be walking away from some sort of partnership, one, because you wanted to just avoid the conflict, but also because I feel that in this week, you just need to be alone, right? The Hermit, you just need to be alone, you need to be doing your own thing. Especially with this Sagittarius full moon, it makes sense that you are kind of like drawing back because the energy is so intense and you're so overwhelmed right now that you just don't really know what to do. You know, your fiery energy is just so just frazzled is what I'm getting, like very, very frazzled. And so I kind of imagine some of you just quietly trying to pull back, you know, trying to be on your own for a little bit and kind of maybe reflect on certain things, maybe reflect on who you are as a person or how you can improve as a person, how you know, what you may have done wrong in this partnership or what you may have been lacking or not necessarily lacking, but like what have you maybe been neglecting to do, if that kind of makes sense. It's the way that I kind of see it is like for a while now, maybe you had in the back of your mind like, you know, I really have to, you know, get better at this or I have to do this, you know, I have to do this. But it's more so inner works in the sense of like having to do this, right? And so that's kind of what I'm seeing is that you had this thought in the back of your mind and you always felt like you really have to just give yourself the time to do this and you never did. And I feel like this coming week is finally at that moment for you to finally reflect on the thing that you've been wanting to do for so long. I feel that you needed this. You needed this sort of reflection. You needed this sort of journey to wisdom, so to speak. And I feel that with the full moon in Sagittarius, especially, that wisdom or that wisdom is going to come to you and you're going to make a lot of realizations about yourself and maybe the world around you. But right now I feel that you are kind of just completely muting the outside world. And you need to just listen to yourself and to your intuition and to your gut, and to your guides even, if you're like really connected with them. So that's what I see so far. Let's see. It could also be, Aries, that you're literally deceiving someone, because we do have the Seven of Swords, and that can also mean deception. Not being completely honest, but again, this feels very... very Libra. That's the best way that I can put it. Because Libras would do this type of shit. Because Libras would kind of, you know, do all the sweet talk. They would do all the sweet talk. They would say all these sweet, like, charming, you know, just very, not necessarily seductive, but more just sensual, but not like in a like very sexual way, but just very like Libra, you know what I mean? Like very just charming. And so I feel as though you're kind of taking on a little bit of that energy, and maybe you're saying little white lies and they're kind of building up because you don't want to have some sort of confrontation, which is like weird to me because you're an Aries. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? What do you mean? Like, you don't want to have any sort of confrontation, or you don't want to face it directly. But also, the Five of Wands here, reverse, can signify that there's something that you don't want to apologize for. So maybe this is something that you have done in the past. Maybe you have been very deceptive or dishonest with someone in the past, and you have to own up to it, but you're not. But you're not. You're literally not doing it. And maybe you're trying to act as though you know better, and trying to act as though you're the wiser one, as though you're like taking the, you know, the higher path, if you will, the high road. Or maybe you're trying to justify what you're doing, right? Maybe you're trying to justify why you're being a little bit deceptive, why you're being a little bit dishonest, why you're kind of skirting around the truth. That's kind of what I see here. And then at the bottom of the deck, I have the Six of Pentacles reversed. The Six of Pentacles reversed. So this is an unfair exchange. This is about someone giving more, and then the other person taking more. Like, this is an unequal exchange. Someone is giving more than they're taking, and someone else is taking more than they're giving. So Aries, I have to ask you, are you being a little bit selfish and taking a lot more energy from someone rather, like, this is a matter of reciprocation. This is definitely a matter of reciprocation. Are you the one who's taking a lot more than you need? Or is someone taking a lot more from you than they need? Jesus, I have a lot of fire energy here. Okay, I have the Seven of Wands reversed, Nine of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands. So we see a succession, like just an increase, like even like it just jumps, because it's not 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 7, 9, 10. It like so Seven of Wands reversed talks about a lot of opposition, like feeling as though the world is really against you and you're feeling very discouraged. And then the Nine of Wands here talks about feeling very on guard, which makes sense because, of course, you feel as though the world is against you, and now you're very heavily burdened by what's going on. Very heavily burdened. And it kind of seems that especially with this Ten of Wands, it could be that you're taking on more than you can handle, especially in relation to other people. Like you're taking on the burdens of other people. And maybe you don't even realize it. And maybe that's why you need this hermit energy. Like you need to go into hermit mode because you're taking too much. Like you're taking so much more than you can handle. Either you or someone else is taking a lot more than they can handle. Okay, Aries? Someone is taking much more than they can handle, and it's like they don't even want to ask for help. This honestly sounds a lot like you because you're the person who you don't like asking for help. You want to do it on your own and learn on your own, accord. But the thing is that if you don't have any sort of experience, and if you don't have the tools, if you don't have the energy, how are you supposed to do this on your own, right? So this to me is like, even when you're being offered help, because we see a wagon here, even though you're being offered help, you're completely losing your vision. You're completely losing your vision for the future and for your goals and everything because you're so focused on just like getting this to where it needs to be. And it feels as though as you go along this path, you're just picking up everyone else's shit. You're picking up everyone else's sticks, everyone else's wands, and you're thinking, "Oh, I can do this." Like it's a pride thing. It's a pride. Like you want to prove to yourself that you can do it. But I don't like that because you're taking a lot more than you can handle, and someone else could be taking advantage of that. And that's why you're feeling so defensive, and that's why you feel discouraged, and that's why you feel that you can't defeat it because there's just all this weight on you. There's absolutely all this weight on you. So of course you are feeling this way. Absolutely. Like I get it. And that's why you need to go into hermit mode. And that's why I think that you need to walk away from this situation. You need to walk away from the comfort of trying to provide for people, or someone else needs to walk away from the comfort of trying to provide you and impress you and make you happy. This can be vice versa. And I wonder if the Seven of Swords is you lying to yourself that you can handle it. Because, the Emperor card is right next to it. So I wonder if you're the one lying to yourself, not being honest with yourself about your power and not being honest about how much you can handle. I feel that it's like you're saying you have a lot of experience, right? You have a lot of experience in leading the people. You have all the muscle, you have the brawn, you have all of this, and you're kind of hyping yourself up, and you're kind of convincing everyone else that you can carry all of the weight and that you can do it and that you can make it to the finish line and be completely fine. And I feel like for some of you, you're trying to impress someone. But again, it's an unequal exchange. You're giving way too much more energy than you need to. You're spreading yourself way too thin, and I feel like you're overexerting yourself. Especially like at this time right now, like you do not need to be overexerting yourself. Like the full moon is almost here. You need to chill the fuck out. And I think it's one of those things where you kind of just like need to, like, if it does get to the point where you literally reached your breaking point, which I really suggest you don't, like, don't let it get to the point where you completely drop every single thing and fuck up for yourself and for everyone. Like, please just apologize to this person, or they have to apologize to you. Apologize to the person and let them know, like, hey, like, I really can't handle this right now. I'm gonna have to give this responsibility back to you because it was never my responsibility in the first place. Yes? Okay. You have to just apologize to the person and resolve this conflict with yourself, and then you need to go hermit mode, because there's a lot of energy that you're exerting right now, and you need to not do that. Okay? All right. And I feel like this is repeated behavior. Really quick. I have Judgment reversed at the bottom of the deck. This is repeated behavior. You have done this before in the past, or this has happened to you in the past, and that needs to stop, because you're clearly not learning a lesson. You know, these events are repeating themselves, and I feel like you know this. And they're going to continue repeating themselves, and you're going to continue overexerting yourself and losing vision of what's in front of you. Until you learn not to overexert yourself, until you learn not to burden yourself with other people's shit and with more than you can handle. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Aries. I really hope you enjoyed this. I really feel awkward saying this, but share with your friends, share with your family. If you liked it, if it resonated with you, please let me know. And if it doesn't resonate with you now, check in with me by the end of the week and let me know what resonated or what may not have resonated. Like, subscribe, comment your feedback. I would love to hear it. And then you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter, at Sinful Pluto. And yeah, I will talk to you next week, hopefully. Okay, I love you. Bye.